as I promised, today we will go into the Firefly. I will start with some mobility drills, stretches, also that it helps you to get into this position. And then at the very end, I will explain a bit more into detail how to get into the Firefly. So guys, we are gonna start first with mobility drills. And this is, you are gonna be squatting with the back completely straight. The hands in front, and the only thing you have to do is lift up. And then go down back. So this could be 10 times, and you start warming up with this leg, the whole inner thighs, and also the back. If this isn't available because of flexibility, but you can help yourself with blocks. These, or even here. Another super important stretch for the Firefly is the hamstring, because in the Firefly you really need flexible hamstrings. So this is a very classic stretch. Here you see the back is straight, feet are there. We don't need to jump and try to touch the feet and stretch like this. I mean, I know it's super cool to touch your feet. I know that feeling, but it's better to go with a straight back. And how do you do that? You're gonna be like that. And with the hands you slowly go to pull the belly to your spine, so inside, and then you go walking like this until suddenly the whole stomach is on your tight, and as you see the back is completely straight. And then just let yourself melt and relax. Remember, all this has to be on the floor, not cheating like this. It really has to be straight and activated. Of course, because of lack of flexibility, this is not available. You can get a strap, towel, anything, a headband, but the idea is really that from the very beginning, from this positioning, you start stretching. Another really good stretch for the Firefly is what we call it the Pancake. Explained in the video before, you can go walking like this and pulling the stomach in. You can also bind your hands, open your chest, and go first with the chest, activating the legs all the way onto the floor. This is also very important for the Firefly. It's, as you see, the final pose, it's gonna be this, but on your hands, right? So you do need some flexibility and also strength here. Last stretch that I really recommend for the Firefly, and it's one of my favorites. It's really, you open the legs a bit wider than your hips. You try to go as far as possible, reach as far as possible. And for me, for example, this is too wide because of the flexibility, so I will just make it smaller, and then go until you can cross the hips. And here also you adjust to yourself. It's really important to feel the stretch here, but also this, the forward bend. So now guys, we are gonna do the Firefly, which is really one of my favorite poses. To start with, I think this is, you're squatting here. Then you have to just lift a bit, and now you see it's the same mobility drill that we did at the beginning. you try to bring your shoulders underneath your knees, and then let yourself fall a bit backwards, and then start playing around. At the beginning, it's also normal if you feel like, oh my god, I cannot really straighten my legs, and it's totally fine. And you see, so this could be really the beginner pose. Then as long as when you go gaining flexibility and strength, you will go growing up your Firefly and straightening your legs like this. Here I'm also balancing with my hands. I hope that was clear. So for the Firefly, so now we'll go to try the Firefly. So now that we are warm, we can go on to our Firefly. As you will see, the starting position, it's quite similar to the mobility drill we did at the very beginning. It's really standing, and you squat a bit, then try to bring your shoulders under your knees, and what you will do is let yourself fall a bit, just a bit, and you're starting already to balancing with your hands. So this is very the beginner position. It's normal if at the beginning you feel like, oh my god, I cannot straighten the leg, and I'm unstable. It's totally fine. And at the same time, you go with the time, you will go gaining flexibility and strength, and this can go evolutioning to a stronger and more flexible Firefly. So once you go getting the strength and the flexibility, you can get here. Another way that I like to start the Firefly, it's first, but here you really need a lot of shoulder mobility. So you go here, then here to get, and now what's important is you need to straighten the legs. Of course, here you really need a good forward bend, good hamstrings, and then from here I like walking a bit, you know, and doing like a kind of a push-up, a push-up, and be already in the Firefly. For me, it's like super fun. And you really need to be strong, like activating the whole body, at the same time activating your flexibility of the legs. So it's quite complete and fun pose.